visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. Across from him, Saints head coach Kellen Moore. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Carson Schlesinger just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw, Dart. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former second-round pick from Louisville, Tyler Shuck.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all day long. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now 3rd and 8.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. To throw now, Shuck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants going back to work as you get a look at their offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy. He is as intense and as focused as you'll find in this business, and all eyes, including his, are on what is to come in this next possession. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36. Throwing dart. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A play fake, and now it's Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints set to go back to work. And you see their offensive coordinator, Doug Nussmeier. These guys trail here in this first half. And now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guy.
dropped the pass. 10 yards, good for the Saints. First down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run it again with Miller. Loose inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. 73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Throwing, Shuck. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
Charlie Smith on for the
That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
That one taken in by Neighbors. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
At the 44-yard line.
He finds Austin complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, New York.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Open man is Collins. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Giants 14.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense and running back Kendre Miller ready to go once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. They begin with a run by Miller. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of 11. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Now Shuck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now Shuck on 4th down. They'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Inside handoff now, Miller. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 118 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Shuck. Over the middle, he's got Tyson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
Still 4th down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now Dart. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Dart going to look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, Shuck. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
A handoff, running left is Miller. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
There's Chris Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Shuck now to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 137 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st down.
1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for a Saints. First down.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Miller again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after it right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Charlie Smith to kick off for New Orleans.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing his dart. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing his dart. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Brown. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. Second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team boons it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Working out of the gun is Dart. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first run.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he works free. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Play action. Now Dart. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw now, Shuck. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
From the gun on third down, here's Shuck. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McGee. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Dart. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On play action, Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Devin Neal. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, when we do games together, we don't see a ton of these, but always impressive when someone can get through that quickly, Charles, and get a hand on a field goal attempt.
And the key to success for them on that play, to get off on the snap, they timed it like they knew exactly when it was coming, and that set him up to deliver the block kick.
So now here is Jackson Dart and the Giants. Down 21-17, 2:11 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw, Dart. Complete to Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
With such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement